And it's time for your last goodbye, Mrs. Mullens.
Where's my Harry?
Dad?
But you're dead!
Hardly. Someone tried to kill me.
Hey, I'm Dick Darren.
Tracy Grace.
I want you and Tracy to take over my agency and run Daring Investigators.
Your dad can't be serious.
Looks like you gotta guess the key to my heart.
Oh, that's easy. Basketball. You know, you could jump in here anytime.
True love.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. So much for self-awareness. Wait, I think I've got it. Access to Dick's heart currently denied.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Glad I found out early.
Harry Mullens' body is missing. Mr. Mullens was to be buried when it was discovered that his coffin contained no corpse. His widow has retained us to find her deceased husband's body so he can have a proper burial.
Gotta be kidding.
Sounds morbid.
Sounds like police work.
This is not your usual case. You might have to dig deeper on this one.
Like 6 feet.
Good luck.
What is this world coming to? Stealing a dead body. What would possess someone to do such a thing?
Sir, if I may, I have a theory.
I'm open to anything.
Well, you may recall those Frankenstein movies.
Yeah?
That monster was made of a human corpse brought to life.
I know the story, so?
So maybe for some weird scientific experiment, they stole Mullens' body.
Makes sense. They already stole your brain. Bullock, I don't want people in this community believing Rockwater's an unsafe place to die. This is a grave matter.
Grave matter? It's very funny, sir. Grave matter.
Keep all units mobilized. I want to be the first one to know if anything breaks on the case. Don't leave any stone unturned.
You mean headstone, don't you, sir?
Coach made me run an extra 30 laps for missing practice last week.
Oh, well, leading a double life has its consequences.
Yeah, well, if I miss any more, I'm off the team.
Oh, is there life after basketball?
No. So, what do you got?
Harry Mullens was a kind old man with no bad ties. I mean, in 60 years, he has one write-up in the newspaper, and it was for baking pies for a charity bazaar.
So, who'd want his corpse anyway? Maybe it's a devil's cult.
Explain?
Well, they'd snatch up a body and offer it as a sacrifice to their gods.
Right. Except he's already dead, so where's the sacrifice part?
Well, they'd put him on a stone altar, you know, dance around it a bit and raise dead spirits and stuff.
Forget it, Dick. Katya's not gonna show up.
Who's looking?
Look, your dad says that she's out of bounds until he knows for sure that she's just a sales girl.
Don't worry, I'm past it.
Right.
Oh! It's so nice when you decide to come home for lunch.
I'm cutting down on junk food.
Finally, we're making progress.
Instead of hamburgers 5 days a week, it's only 4 now.
I guess everyone at school's heard about the missing corpse.
Oh, that.
I'm sure it can't be easy for you. With your dad's passing. You want to talk about it?
Not really.
We all keep things deep inside that if they came out would make us feel a lot better. Death is very much a part of life. People need to talk about it.
I don't have anything to say.
Denial is perfectly natural. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to open up to someone. Let it be me.
All right. I have a question.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
If there's life after death, then why aren't people buried with their credit cards?
Bullock. Yes, he is. I'll go get him.
Lieutenant Murphy.
You'd have to shout my name to the world.
A call, sir.
Murphy. Try to keep this under wraps for a while.
Sir?
Another corpse has gone missing.
Reading the obituaries gives me the creeps.
All we're doing is confirming that each published death has a body attached.
Fun evening of entertainment. So what do we do when we find an obit that doesn't have a body?
Well, then we know where to ask our questions.
I still can't figure out why someone would want to steal a corpse.
Maybe some medical students ran out of cadavers for their lab work.
That's a sick thought.
Well, you gotta think sick when you're dealing with stuff like this. I mean, the whole thing's unnatural.
Maybe even supernatural. Like in that movie where the aliens take over the bodies of dead people.
And roam the earth as zombies. Or maybe it's the devil himself, who takes over a body to bring about the destruction of mankind.
Or the undead, buried for centuries, escape from hell, picking up corpses, and roaming the earth, preying on all of us.
Janitor.
Yeah. Or the undead.
We should go start calling bereaved families.
Okay.
To pay for over there.
Maybe we should use the payphone down the street.
It's probably a good idea.
And bless you too. Goodbye. Why are people so nice after funerals? 7 down, 3 to go. A man of infinite love was he, who was as great can be. He cared for all, though 5 feet tall. Now he rests for eternity. I could write that. For condolences, call this number. Hello. I'm calling to express my sincerest regrets at the passing of your beloved Benjamin O'Connor.
What?
Though I never knew Mr. O'Connor personally, I was so moved by your touching tribute to his all too brief life.
I'm still alive, you imbecile.
What?
I'm O'Connor, and I ain't dead yet.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. I understand the embarrassment this case has caused. Yes, sir. One more missing corpse would be another nail in the coffin. No, sir. I didn't mean it that way. Goodbye. Bullock!
Sir,
Tell me where we stand now.
we have men watching every cemetery and funeral home in the city.
Oh, what about cold storage facilities? Maybe they're hiding the bodies there.
Already checked those.
You're telling me we're stumped.
Yes, sir.
When a policeman feels stumped, he just falls back on standard procedure.
Yes, sir. Sir, what is standard procedure for when it comes to finding corpses? all I can...
Sir?
Dick Daring's on the line. Hartley?
So we figured whoever wrote that phony obit might have taken the whole thing a step further and put up a fake headstone with O'Connor's name on it.
His only living relative is in Ireland, so who's gonna check?
And that's when you called us. Mrs. Mullens, now you understand that we've found a corpse in the grave of a man named O'Connor. But since Mr. O'Connor's very much alive, we'd like your help in identifying the body.
Harry. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, thanks. I could really use a coffee. Two cream, one sugar. Just the way I like it. How'd you know?
That's the way I like it.
Well, thanks for calling me back. I was beginning to wonder if I'd done something wrong.
Oh, no, I was just tied up. So have you registered for classes yet?
Well, I'm still checking other schools. When you move to a new place, you gotta be sure about things.
So what brings you to Rockwater?
I like the name.
So what, you just packed up and came?
Yeah.
So you're trying to be mysterious?
Everyone's entitled to their secrets. What's yours?
Excuse me?
I've told you something about myself. Now it's your turn.
Oh, so are we suddenly playing Truth or Dare now?
Sort of.
Okay. But only if you do the same.
Deal.
I stole a water gun from a grocery store when I was 12. Your turn.
Okay. I stole a semi-automatic from a gun shop when I was 14.
You're still here?
Yeah. 2 missing bodies and still no reason why. I'm just checking out the last of the obituaries. Where were you tonight?
I got tied up.
No, with basketball, you don't practice on Wednesdays.
You suddenly my personal secretary?
Whoa, what's up?
Before you get angry, just let me explain why.
Why what? Oh, Dick, you didn't.
I had to. Katya could be our only lead.
You know, I thought we were supposed to be partners. Partners usually consult one another before they go off and do something stupid.
I just thought that if I pushed the point you dump on me, we'd be no further ahead than we were before.
So, what'd she say? She aspire. Just an overachiever in the looks department.
I don't know. I have to find out. Daring investigators.
It's O'Connor. I had to tell someone.
What, Mr. O'Connor?
Death came to my friend, but she sent it away.
So I was lying quietly in my room when death came to me.
She's still a beauty, ain't she?
Suddenly, death was right before me. I was frightened. But she told me it wasn't my time.
She?
She came to me, too.
Both of you?
She wanted to see if I was all right. Asked if I had any family.
Geraldine's all alone in Rockwater. Her only relative is in Australia.
She asked if I was being well cared for. She was so kind. Then she asked about my life insurance policy.
So whoever's behind all this gained nothing by stealing their corpses. It makes no sense.
Maybe Daring's dug something else up.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Have you suddenly gone soft in the head? The kid's a rank amateur, so he gets lucky.
We could use some luck.
Luck doesn't solve cases, just hard slugging work. How many times have I told you that?
I just thought if we cooperate.
We don't cooperate with Daring. He cooperates with us. So here's my plan. Put a tail on the kids and report their every move to me.
Sir, if I may, how is that different from what I proposed?
I gave the order. That's the difference.
I don't know. Mrs. Fenwick seemed pretty out of it.
But O'Connor said this Lady Death visited him too. What if there really is someone parading around as the Grim Reaper? Tricking old people out of revealing private information.
For what? For some sort of scam?
Exactly. Mrs. Fenwick said Lady Death asked for her life insurance and said she'd come back for her policy number. And this time, waiting for her is not Mrs. Fenwick, but you.
Why me?
Because you're a woman and Mrs. Fenwick's a woman. You put two and two together and...
And you get totally politically incorrect. This is undercover work, Dick. Genders get crossed here all the time.
Wait a minute, you're not actually suggesting that I dress up as Grandma?
And wait for Little Red Riding Hood.
No way. Not now, not ever.
Grandma's in position, over.
Roger that, bro. When Lady Death comes, I've got a great shot of her.
Tracy, you okay?
Standing by, Grandma. Let's just hope she comes before someone needs an extra nurse.
Sir, just received word Dick and Tracy are at the Rockwater Pines nursing home.
Then they must know something we don't. I'm on my way.
Still all clear.
It's me, Death.
We've got company.
Don't be afraid. I told you I'd be back.
This is better than a movie.
Would someone like to explain all this?
It's a long story.
It better be.
So Lady Death was really Margaret Summers, a con artist with several past convictions?
She and her two male accomplices scammed over $300,000 from insurance companies by faking deaths. Mrs. Fenwick was going to be their last fake death.
Can I try?
Sure, but keep your weight on your front foot.
So, I'll see y'all later.
So, big date with Katya, huh?
It's not a date.
This is a really bad idea.
I need to know what she knows. Maybe our only chance to find out who Chin Man is. Just trust me on this one, okay?
Well, I think I'm gonna go out to a movie with some friends.
I'm available. It's Dad.
Hi, guys. Where's Dick?
He's out.
Listen, great job on the missing corpse case. I read about it online.
Kicked Murphy's butt.
Yeah, well, don't underestimate him. So, my sources have been running down the faces in the footage you sent me of the antique store.
Any surprises?
So far, none of them match any of Chin Man's known contacts, but we have one lead.
Who?
Her.
Katya?
We just can't tell if the woman in this photograph is one and the same with the sales girl or not.
And if she is?
Then you're in serious danger.